Alright guys, back here with another video. We're back at Derry. We're going to continue on from where we left off last time. Just make sure everything gets set up here. And I'm going to leave the aircraft config as is. Get rid of that and let us jump outside. Cool. So hope we don't keep getting that now from actually I'll just get rid of these baggage and the PMDG first. Release the stairs and we'll release the loaders. Okay, so back here at Derry, I'm going to continue on from where we left off last time, which was Manchester to Derry, and we're going to do the return leg now. Slightly different time, because I'm not doing the flight at the exact same time I was doing it last week, but yeah, conditions look pretty good. I'm going to do the morning flight. And actually, do you know what, before I do that, let me just bring up some music. Cool. Yeah, so just continuing on, there's been a few updates since. There's been a few updates for GSX and for... This kept happening now as well. My last flight that I tried, the music kept stopping between. Interesting. Yeah, seems fine now. Yeah, so a few updates. PMDG had an update. There was an update to GSX, so hopefully that's working now. But the flight actually that I thought I was complaining about last time, that the landing, I thought I kind of botched it a little bit. But it actually seemed fine. And I'll actually just bring it up here now. And looking back at the video, yeah, I mean, look, it was probably could have put it down a little bit further down the runway, but I was just conscious of the distance. So you can see it was 99 out of 100, the score, which is good. The taxi light, turning it off before you turn onto the ramp, onto stand, just so you don't blind the marshaller. I always forget that. Landing details were pretty good. I mean, landed just after the touchdown marker, third way down the runway. Probably shouldn't have come down Delta and then Echo and then back. It actually says on Navigraph when you load up the chart that if you land on runway 26, you're supposed to come all the way down to the very end of the runway and then do a turn down here. So yeah, other than that, I was pretty happy with that. So let's try and repeat it now, I suppose. Just getting a few things here set up in the background. So while I'm actually starting to do this, I suppose I can get GSX to we'll go request catering service, see if they'll load up, and we will go with these. It's doing something. IAG. Will that work this time? Yeah, same as last time. Looks like it's just going to bug out. That's disappointing again. It's not going to load, so oh well. We will do without it. So we can just get everything set up. I'm actually not even going to request the fuel. I'm just going to go and try and drive this on. So let me just request the I'll do the SimBrief flight plan. And we're going to have our departure time. We'll do a 6:30 departure. Let's just get flying ASAP. Put in the registration, G-Rocket. That all looks good. Passengers, auto, freight, auto, departing runway 26, landing into Manchester, runway 23 right, and everything else looks the same there, so I'll go generate that flight. Awesome. And I'm gonna get this added into SimToolkitPro, and our call sign for today is 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. So I can go fly, and that all looks good there. Okay, so I think we can go ahead and start doing some of our checks. So panel brightness is up. Turn up the floodlights while we're doing some of these. Panel brightness is up. Let's just turn up a small bit more. Okay, so let's get the wheel well light on. Let's get the window heats on as well. Window heats come on, that's good. Everything else looks good. Let's throw on the fuel pumps as well, and the electrical hydraulic pumps. That looks good. Okay, so let's actually just request our clearance. And the call sign is Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. From yesterday I did a little test sector, test flight, and that's our flight number. That is correct, and that is our flight plan. It is the Macco 1 Mike arrival, and we're direct to Bellevue. Yep, that looks good. And we're going to get rid of these. Now I'm going to try something in a second about our flight plan. I'm going to try and get us put an additional flight point, additional point in for us to fly out to beyond the final approach fix for 23 right.
Eglinton Tower, Blue Max 3 Delta Romeo, parking for request clearance to Manchester with information, quick bag.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, cleared to Manchester, runway 26, fly runway heading, climb and maintain, flight level 30, squawk 6552.
Cleared to Manchester, runway 26, fly runway heading, climb and maintain, flight level 30, squawk 6552. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, read back correct, report when ready.
Will report when ready. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Okay, that all looks good. We will get the signs are there, and before I do anything else, let us just do the pause that there, and I'm going to do the FMC config just for fuel and payload. So let me get the load sheet. So fuel today we've got 5,649 kilos. And we've got 150 passengers. And our cargo is 2,000. The front and I'll go 2042 in the rear. That looks good. Load level of around 82.9%. That is fine. And let's go back to the FMC. We can close this out now. And our ident, positive. So we are at Echo Golf Echo. And let us just stick the terrain and airport on, which is Echo Golf Alpha Echo. Yep, that is us there. We've got our pause in it already, so we can go departure arrival, and I'll just bring up the flight plan, which was direct to Belzoo. So we are going to be, that's annoying, that's quite a lot actually. Departing arrival. Go, and we are going to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie, and our flight number is Ryanair UK. I think it is 8490 Romeo. Let me just confirm, and actually let me just see if yeah, it looks like FSLTL is working as well, which is good. So our flight number is 8490, that is correct. That goes in here, and then departure arrival, we're going departing here, runway 26. That is fine. And then we're going route. We're going direct to Belzoo. So we're making that left-hand turn, which is all good, and then we're going via Lima 10 to Lima 15 via Duffy, and then to Quebec 38 via Pepod, then to Gigto. Now it did something funky yesterday with the FMC, and it had us kind of do a circular kind of route along the star, and I had to delete a few. I had to delete a few waypoints, but we are on the Macco 1 mic, which is this, and we're not transitioning via Manchester VOR, so that looks good. Now down here it had this disco, so the Macco's, see it has it kind of here as well, so I'm just going to bring this Macco's up to, because it has SOSIM and Gigto then down here as well, so I'm just going to erase, I'm going to bring this one up, and I'm going to erase this one. So that now looks good as well, and then bring that up to here. We have no discos, and that I think looks good for the time being. Now let's just do a quick step through it just to make sure everything looks good. That's all good. So Belzoo to Duffy. And then center fix, 2 fix, right? Yeah, all good. That looks fine. So we can activate and execute. Now what I wanted to do was, and I wonder if I can do this with a step. Go to this here. Now, what was the thing that I was trying to do here? It was, so basically take this waypoint So center fix 2-3 right, and then well, final fix 2-3 right, and I want to take the radio. So the inverse would be what, 100, so it would be 52, isn't that right? Uh, 52, or maybe 052 to be correct, 052. And then minus, I'm gonna say 10 miles before it. Can I do this, I wonder? Invalid entry. I wonder, can I do something extra maybe if I was coming along? What's the last waypoint I have? Mersey, and then if I was to go out here and then loop, so Mersey, and then what's that track? So that's 25 nautical miles. So if I go Mersey and I go, the Mersey track is 061, or the heading is 061, so if I do radio, so that would be 161,241, Mersey 241, and then after that, Mersey 241 plus 35. Well, it's there. Okay, so that's okay. So I don't want it on that. Okay, sorry, it should have been from 097. I misread that. Alright, okay, so I think I kind of know where I've gone wrong. So I want it on Mersey, and I want it on the 097. Which will be 197. So that would be 277. And then minus 30, say 30. Yeah, 30. Out to around here and then loop back. I mean, hopefully it doesn't do the right hand turn. I don't know, can you specify if you want which direction of turn you want? Let's try the minus. There's the minus 10. There's the 277. Does that have to be plus? Does it have to be 35? Okay, so that's the opposite direction. So I want to erase, so I want to try Mersey, and actually I think it might be 097 and then plus minus 35. You have to put it on Mersey then, do you? plus we're on Mersey. If I go step, I think that might be it. And then if I go Mersey, okay, this is a kind of confusing me now slightly. So what is that line from Mersey? That's oh, I think that's what it's expecting us to do from Wallasey. So that's how it has it programmed, Wallasey to Miro 1. But I don't want that. I want to go Wallasey. I want this after Mersey. So I want yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be possible. Anyway, I think I might have to play around with this a little bit more at another stage because I kind of want to just get going now. Okay, so I'll have a play around with that and we'll see if we can get this done for our next flight. So I think the next flight's to Paris Beauvais. It might have some new scenery for that as well, which should be kind of cool. So, okay, let us go back to this here and actually let's just get the APU started because I know there's a few more things that we have to do. So pack signs can come on. Yaw damper is on, window heats are on, left fuel pumps are on, APU is being started. I'm gonna skip the tests because I've done them. And there we go, that's starting, which is good. And before we do anything else, I suppose, okay, I'm going to do some performance calculations. Echo Golf Alpha Echo. We are on runway 26, full takeoff, condition is dry. The wind is 200 at 10 knots, 12 degrees, and QNH is 1012. Now I would be dialing up ADAS to get this, but the 1012 set, the FSHud kind of hijacks the radios, so you know, I just don't bother. I can get the MEDAR reports otherwise. So I'm going to unload this from last time, and I'm going to import from SimBrief, which is today, which is this one here. And for completeness, we're just going to select the approach, which will be the ILS runway 23 right, via final transition. It actually managed this slightly better yesterday, so yeah. Okay, cool. So thrust rating, we're going to have optimum thrust. Everything else is fine, and we shall do the takeoff weights in a second, but let us get APUs are on the bus, and we'll put APU bleeds on, and we can go ahead and disconnect ground power. Okay, ground power is being disconnected. Packs are on auto, last I checked. Packs are auto, ISO valve is open. Our altimeter is set 1012. Our transponder is set Fueling, loading, boarding is completed. Takeoff data I'm just about to set. So we're going to go back here, we're going to do the FMC. So our cost index, let me just have a quick look. Cost index of 60, so this should be a pretty short flight today. Reserves usually 1.1 tons. Yep, fine reserves, just over 1,000 kilos, so we round up. Zero fuel weight is 59.2 and our gross weight is 64.9 tons. Cruising altitude today is 250. We can probably step that up to 270. Yeah, I think that is because of our altitude restriction at one of the waypoints. I think it's Macco on the star, so that's fine. We'll work with that in a second. And our cruise wind is, top climb wind is 230 at 37. 037, let's get into the habit of doing the zeros. We leave the transition altitude at 6,000 feet because there's nothing mentioned and there's no stars here at Derry. So execute. Okay, so our gross weight is 64.9. So let's get this in the performance calculator. And 18.6 on the center of gravity. Okay, so we're going to have a cell temperature takeoff of 30 degrees. And we are a reduced, derated takeoff, surprisingly. 24k derate, 92.9, and flat 5. 137 is correct, 138 is correct, and 147 is correct. Cool, very good. So let's get 147 in the FMC. Landing altitude is correct, and we're going to get 27,000 in the overhead panel. That is all good. So takeoff data is set and confirmed. Cruise altitude pressurization panel is set, MCP set, flight directors will come on, got our master, and we've got our secondary, radio frequencies are set, doors are closed, ground equipment is clear, and let's go ahead and request our, so chocks away, park brake is set. Let's go and get those radios set up. So we can go request our pushback and request push and start.
Eglinton Tower, Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Request pushback and start up.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Pushback and start up approved.
Pushback and start up approved. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Okay, so I think we got push and start. Push and start approved. So let us go and pre-plan our pushback. Okay, parking brake is released, and away we go. Okay, so we will get our anti-collision lights coming on. Fuel pumps are on. Packs coming off. That's on both. Engine to start. And introducing fuel. Something actually I needed to pay more attention to last time actually is that because we're not following we've got no LNAV because we're not following a star, or rather I didn't have LNAV last time, so the flight director was telling me to fly straight ahead, and I kind of was you're kind of taking off and you're supposed to be banking, I suppose nearly straight away. You can start the turn probably after 400 feet. But there's gear up, there's flaps, there's a speed, there's bugging up, and then when you're just looking at the flight director, so good start on 2, that's all good. Starting engine number 1. You kind of just get a little bit distracted, and yeah, it was a little bit wide, but yeah, just something to keep in mind, I suppose. It was okay, we're at 23% N2. We are finished the pushback, so we can park and brake. Okay, good start on 1. Okay, let's do some overhead checks. Let's get the engines on the bus. APU can come off, packs can go to auto, ISO valve auto, APU bleed off, wheel well lights can come off, logo on, engine start switches continuous, taxi light on, pro beats are on. And just a quick scan of everything, that looks good. APU's off. They're all good. Not using wing or engine anti-ice today. That looks good. Okay, so gens 1 and 2 are on. Engine 1 and 2 start switches are continuous. Pro beats on. Wing engine anti-ice as required. Engine 1 and 2 bleeds are on. Packs are auto. Restart plans auto. ISO valve auto. APU bleed and APU bleeds are off. Flaps will be flap 5 takeoff. And we have 6.25 units of trim. Set. Flaps are extending. Arming auto throttle, armed, confirmed. And flight controls full and free. Flaps green light extended, set, warning recall checked, and we can request our taxi clearance.
Eglinton Tower, Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Motorbike RTO.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Taxi to holding point. Runway 26 via Bravo.
Taxi to holding point, runway 26 via Bravo. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Just there a warning recall there. Text, no warnings. Good to go. Okay, ready for departure.
Tower, Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Runway 26, ready for departure.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Line up. Runway 26.
Line up, runway 26, Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Okay, TA, RA on, traffic, wrong button, traffic is on, runway turn off lights, landing lights on, strobes and steady, and that is it. Here on the left, and here on the right. Okay, I think everything else looks good.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Wind 200 degrees at 11 knots. Runway 26. Cleared for takeoff.
Runway 26, cleared for takeoff. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
And we are cleared for takeoff. Timing. Engine stable, 40%. Go go. Check.
E1. Rotate.
above 400 feet, stay our return. Not banking more than 30 degrees. Now we're going to bug up.
Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, contact Scottish Centre 119.87.
Contact Scottish Centre 119.87. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Bust our altitude, we're going to hold at 3000.
118.77. Ryanair Delta November.
Scottish Centre Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo at 2,900.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, radar contact. Proceed direct Bellevue, continue climb, flight level 130.
Proceed direct Bellevue, continue climb, flight level 130. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Okay, climbing, alt intervent, we're going to go level change. And we're also now going to go flaps up on the up speed. Still manual flight. Coming out. Not going to pitch up too much just while the flaps are retracting. And we're going to bug up to 130. That was beautiful departure.
Echo India Golf Papa November, contact Glasgow, approach 119.1. Contact Glasgow, approach 119.1. Echo India Golf Papa November.
Just trimming up. Setting standard. Beautiful. Okay, autopilot's coming in. And we're going to go LNAV, VNAV, LNAV, VNAV confirmed. And we can do our after takeoff checklist. So, taxi lights off, engine start switches off, flaps are up and confirmed, auto brake off, runway turn off lights can come off as well. Cabin pressure is pressurizing. And that looks good.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, climb and maintain, flight level 200.
Climb and maintain, flight level 200. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Okay, 10 checks, landing lights off. Pressurizing, we are good. Beautiful. And we're actually just going to request our flight level here, 270.
Scottish Centre, Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Request climb, flight level 270.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, continue climb, flight level 200. Expect flight level 270 at dusk.
Continue climb, flight level 200.
Scottish Center, Ryanair Delta November, inbound, at flight level 250, descending, flight level 230. Ryanair Delta November, radar contact, continue descent, flight level 230. Continue descent, flight level 230, Ryanair Delta November.
Is that the bathroom from FSRealistic? Oh man. Yeah, we're just going to turn down some of the background lights. And did they clear us up? Actually, just got a little bit distracted there.
Delta Romeo, climb and maintain, flight level 260, contact Edmonton, approach 123.62.
Climb and maintain, flight level 260, contact Eglinton, approach 123.62, Lumax 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Eglinton approach, Lumax 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, at flight level 160, climbing, flight level 260.
Lumax 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, radar contact, continue climb, flight level 260.
Continue climb, flight level 260, Lumax 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
And I think we are good. We'll be expecting one more altitude clearance up to 270. So I suppose we can start getting our descent preparations underway. I want to actually see if it will get the winds automatically for me. So if I go down and descent forecast, and if I go say 250, 200 and 100. Does that pull this from SimBrief, or do I have to have the flight plan, you know, in a folder in? So I think that's what you had to do before. I think you had to put the SimBrief folder or the SimBrief flight plan into a folder in one of the config folders for PMDG. Forecast uplink ready. Right. Can I load? Data link config invalid. Right. Might be putting them in myself, I think. Okay, let us go to our descent winds here. So we have 200.
Delta Romeo, climb and maintain, flight level 270, contact Scottish Center 119.87.
Climb and maintain, flight level 270, contact Scottish Center 119.87, Lumax
270 confirmed.
Romeo. Scottish Center, Lumax 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, inbound stuffing at flight level 230, climbing, flight level 270.
Lumax 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, radar contact, continue climb, flight level 270.
Continue climb, flight level 270, Lumax 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
So 200, 150 and 100. And we've got 266 at 012. Two 64 016 and 307 014. And let us get in our METAR. One 019. And the ISA is minus 002, so how do you actually put this in now again? Is it 02? Or is it M02? So do you go M002 like here?
Delta November, climb and maintain, flight level 280, contact Shannon, center 127.5.
Climb and maintain flight level 280. Contact Shannon, center 127.5. Ryanair Delta November.
Because if I was just put 2, okay, well, that doesn't like that, so I'm going to have to figure out how to put that in as well at some stage. We have 1,000 to go. Transition level is actually 5,000 from what I looked at the charts.
Flight level 260, contact Manchester, center 118.77.
Climb and maintain flight level 260. Contact Manchester, center 118.77. Ryanair Delta November.
Getting a lot of stutters lately as well, which I'm not very happy about. Yeah.
Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, contact Eglinton, approach 123.62.
Contact Eglinton, approach 123.62.
So we've got to be at Macco at flight level 270.
Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, inbound Macco at flight level 270.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, radar contact, maintain, flight level 270.
Maintain
So
flight level
IBRAR
270.
at flight level
Max 3
170.
Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Policy of speed restriction 250. And Mersey 23070. That's all good and in there. That all looks good. Let's get the course in here, which is 232. And 109.5, which matches that in the system. Change that to be active. That is down there. We can get these floodlights off. Runway elevation is all good. We are Cat 1 arrival. Actually, what is our METAR? So Manchester, can we get our information? Weather. So 1804 knots, pretty calm. 110 variable 220, 10k visibility. Scattered to 2600. Is that showers? 8. Temperature 8, 2.5. QNH 10. Background lights on? 1019. Get this up here. Set. that our decision height is 449. We're approaching our top of descent. I think that's nearly it. We need to get our fixed rings. So runway 23 right. We've got a /10 and /4 mile fixed rings. I think that's good. Missed approach brief is 3,500 feet straight ahead, but passing 750 feet, then a right hand turn onto track 357. And as directed by ATC. Okay. Okay, so just checking up the MEDAR decoder, we actually do have light rain, which will keep things interesting.
Max 3 with Delta Romeo, radar contact, expect Mach 1 Mike, arrival ILS, approach, runway 23 right, report when ready for descent.
Okay, we are going the ILS on the Macco 1 Mike arrival. I'm happy with gate 32. No transition. We're actually just going to go alt hold.
Max 3 with Delta Romeo, expect Mach 1 Mike, arrival ILS,
We'll bring the speed back so we can lead off our energy, so we can use that to gain energy
on
our descent.
Max 3 with Delta Romeo.
And we'll report ready for
Max
descent.
3 with Delta Romeo, ready for descent. Max 3 with Delta Romeo, descend and maintain. Flight level 170, cleared Mach 1 Mike, arrival. Descend and maintain. Flight level 170, cleared Mach 1 Mike, arrival. Blue Max 3 with Delta Romeo.
Okay, and flight level 170, BNAV, alt intervent.
United
There we go.
Heavy inbound circle at flight level 390.
United 160.
So 170 at Ibrar, and you see we can use this now to gain speed coming back in order to regain the path, the BNAV path. So I'm just going to continue doing performance, calcs, wind 1804 knots, temperature is 8 degrees, QNH 1019, and we're going to do a flap 30. Anti-ice, we're going with engine anti-ice because we're 8 degrees and it means there's precipitation. progress page. 63 tons. Currently 3.9, 63.59. Okay, that is good. And okay, so I think we're going to be doing an auto brake 3 landing, which will use up a lot of the runway, or should use up a lot of the runway, and we should be getting off at Alpha Golf, and our VREF is VREF plus 5 is 150 knots. That's saying 146 here, but I'm going to go 30 and 150. VRF speed is set and checked. Okay, our descent checklist. Destination weather is obtained, arrival data is set, landing altitude is set, radios are set to 109.5, warning recall is checked, MCP altitude is reset, altimeter is set 1019, minimums are set 449, parametric. Approach and missed approach has been briefed, auto brake 3 has been set, and because we're entering the clouds now, I'm going to go engine anti-ice on. That is set and confirmed. Beautiful.
Max 3 with a Delta Romeo. Descend and maintain. Flight level 170. Descend and maintain. Flight level 170. Blue Max 3 with Delta Romeo.
There's the go checks. Okay, we're going to descend to flight level 070. And still on VNAV, out intervent. Still keeping in mind that we need to be speed of 250 at Wallasey, so let's see how the computer will manage this, and I'll actually just help it out. I'll give it a little bit of speed brake to the flight detent, so we'll just try and get back on our path here. That is nasty looking weather coming into Manchester. Nice rate of descent going on though. Let's get a little bit of background, I think. And coming back on path nicely, and I'm actually just going to leave the speed brake out just so it can help bleed back our speed as well while keeping on path. I'm going to leave it bleed back to 250. Okay, so thereabouts 250 at Wallasey. Plus 10 knots.
16, heading, expect Toby 1 X-ray, arrival, Oscar Charlie Kilo, ILS, approach, runway, 27 left, report when ready for descent.
Expect Toby 1 X-ray, arrival, Oscar Charlie Kilo, ILS, approach, runway 27 left, report when ready for descent, United 16 Heavy. United 16 Heavy, ready for descent.
And we've got our identifier here. See our current rate of descent and speeds we're going to make our altitude restriction. So I can just sacrifice that another small little bit. I think it was scattered clouds at 2,600 feet, so about 1,000 feet below our final approach fix we should break out. Profile awareness page, and you can see we're going to go right through the gate at 7,000 feet. Hang on. Is our descent page saying 240? Let's bring that up to 250.
Shamrock 642, radar contact.
I mean, we should have done that earlier, I suppose, but now we're at mercy, so.
Flight level
230.
240, Shamrock 640.
230 at mercy.
Logan 51 Delta, radar contact, maintain, flight level 350.
And I'm actually just going to change this to 35
Delta Romeo, turn right to heading 097, maintain,
for
flight
our right
level
hand turn to
70.
intercept.
Turn right to heading 097, maintain, flight level 70, Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Right heading 097.
Maintain, flight level 350, Logan 51 Delta.
Yeah, it doesn't really turn enough, quickly enough. I'm really rotating the knob here now on the Thrustmaster throttle, and it's just, you have to do it really slowly and then it picks up all of a sudden. Heading select confirmed.
Radar contact, maintain, flight level 390.
Maintain, flight level 390, United 972 Heavy.
And we are going to go speed intervex. We're going to go 210 knots, and we're actually just going to go flap 1.
Expect Macco 1 Mike, arrival, Mike Charlie Tango, ILS, approach, runway, 05 left, report when ready for descent, Virgin 128 Kilo, heavy. Logan 22 Tango Victor, radar contact, expect Penny 1 Lima, arrival, Delta 298 Hotel, ILS, approach, runway, 09. Expect Papa Echo
shortly, down I expect to 3,500 feet.
Expect list 1 November arrival. Zulu Alpha Golf 1 Tango ILS approach runway 25. Report when ready for descent. EV26 Bravo Kilo.
KLM 933 radar contact. Expect lift 2 uniform arrival. OCAG ILS approach runway 16. Report when ready for descent. Air France 78 Charlie uniform radar contact. Climb and maintain. Flight level 280.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 280. Air France 78 Charlie uniform.
EC58 Romeo Victor radar contact. Expect list 1 November. Arrival Zulu Alpha Golf 1 Tango ILS approach runway 25. Report when ready for descent.
Expect list 1 November arrival. Zulu Alpha Golf 1 Tango ILS approach runway 25. Report when ready for descent. EC58 Romeo Victor.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Descend and maintain. 3,500 QNH 1019. Descend and maintain. 3,500 Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Ryanair 240.
And we're gonna go flap
radar
5.
contact. Expect Mach 1 Mike arrival. Mike Charlie Tango ILS approach runway 05 left. Report when ready for descent.
Expect Mach 1 Mike arrival. Mike Charlie Tango ILS approach runway 05 left. Report.
That was my bad there. I was running the speed brake out
Ryanair
far too long.
240 X-ray.
Logan 22 Tango Victor
I wonder
turn
why it was
left.
so loud.
Heading 288. Maintain.
Okay, and there
Flight
comes
level
our rain.
70. Turn left to heading 288. Maintain. Flight level 70. Logan 22 Tango Victor. Manchester Center, Greenstone 7 leave November inbound. Leave Bravo Alpha at flight level 190. Descending. Flight level 100.
EV26 Bravo Kilo ready for descent.
KLM 618 heavy radar contact. Maintain. Flight level 390. Maintain. Flight level 390.
Just accelerate slightly
KLM
to
618 heavy. Air France
220 knots, just to increase our rate of descent.
Maintain. Flight level 350.
Still well within
Climb
limits.
and maintain. Flight level
Just to make our
350.
gate.
Air France 78 Charlie uniform.
Delta 72 heavy radar contact. Descend and maintain. Flight level 290.
Low 5,000, setting standard.
Maintain. Flight level 290. Delta 72 heavy.
And 10 checks, landing lights.
58 Romeo Victor ready for
Going
descent.
engine mode
Taxi
continuous.
Whiskey Delta Romeo. Turn right to heading 102. Turn right to heading 102. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Ryanair 1 Charlie Lima. Radar contact. Maintain. Flight level 330. Logan 88 Julie. Radar contact. Maintain. Flight level 220.
Maintain flight level 220 Logan Yankee Juliet. Ryanair 240 X-ray ready for descent.
Greenstone 4 Bravo Golf. Radar contact. Proceed direct to CAD. Descend and maintain. Flight level 180. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Contact Manchester. Approach 118.57. Contact Manchester. Approach 118.57. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Proceed direct.
Manchester approach. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta
Delta Romeo, turn right to heading 249er.
Turn right to heading 249er. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, turn right to heading 255.
Turn right to heading 255. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta
I'm gonna
Romeo,
keep-
clear ILS, approach at 3,500, runway 23 right, report established on localizer.
Cleared ILS. Approach at 3,500. Runway 23 right. Report established on localizer. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Okay, arming approach mode. Just turning a little bit more right there because those vectors are pretty terrible. Just to intercept the glide path. And there we go, Vorlock captured. Single channel autopilot. Established on the
Blue Max
localizer.
3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Established on localizer.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, contact Manchester, Tower 118.62.
Contact Manchester, Tower 118.62. Blue Max 3 Whiskey
And
Delta
light slope
Romeo.
capture.
Manchester Tower, Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. On final 23 right.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, continue approach.
Continue approach. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
2500.
Checked. Gonna arm the speed brakes. Gonna go flap 10.
Blue
We're
Max
gonna
3
go
Whiskey Delta Romeo, wind 170 degrees at 4 knots, clear to land 23
clear
right.
down. Flap 15.
Cleared to land 23 right. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Approach speeds are set. Okay, we've got the runway in sight. Going to go flap 25 and flap 30 set. Okay, landing checklist. Nav course and frequency set, speeds and limits. Gear down, 3 green, flap 30, green light, speed brake armed. 4 on altitude, 3500 set. Engine switches continuous. Landing checklist complete. Checked. Okay, getting feet on the pedals. Auto throttle disconnects, autopilot disconnects, I have control. Trimming out.
Plus 100.
Checked. cell.
1.7 Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
$60 knots, reverse stowed, manual braking. And we're going to exit here at Alpha Foxtrot. Alpha Foxtrot.
Manchester ground, Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo. Runway vacated with Alpha Foxtrot.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, taxi to gate 32 by Alpha Foxtrot Alpha Delta Quebec Echo November Charlie.
Taxi to gate 32 via Alpha Foxtrot Alpha Delta Quebec Echo November Charlie. Blue Max 3
Okay,
Whiskey
just
Delta
gonna
Romeo.
sit here for a second. We're going to go spoilers up, flaps can go to 0. Auto brake can come off. Flight directors can come off as well. Taxi lights on, landing lights, runway turn off, lights off. APU can go to start. Engine start switches off. Engine NTI switches are off. And so flaps up, speed brake, retracted transponder. Can go to alt off. And probe heats also off. I mean, it says auto, but yeah, off. Engine start switches are off, auto brake off. Okay, now we have to find out where gate 32 is. And I wonder with this new Navigraph, actually, can I just zoom right the way down into the airport chart? That's what it said in its new update. Can you? Okay, not on this one. Airport, Manchester, charts, parking stand. And what did it say? It was via Alpha Foxtrot, Alpha Delta, Quebec, Quebec Echo, Alpha Delta Quebec Echo, November Charlie, and 32 is here. Okay. Alpha Delta Quebec Echo November Charlie. Okay, cool. I think we have that. Or can I change it? Change arrival parking. What was the one we usually use? It's decent, probably better. Parking. Yeah, just use 9 instead. Gate 9, or is it gate? Parking 9. Parking 9.
Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo, taxi to parking diner by Alpha Foxtrot Alpha Bravo Juliet Echo.
Taxi to parking diner via Alpha Foxtrot Alpha Bravo Juliet Echo. Blue Max 3 Whiskey Delta Romeo.
Basically straight ahead and then left.
Clearance. Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima. Parking 51. Request clearance to Lima Romeo Oscar Papa with information. Papa. Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima. Clear to Lima Oscar Papa via Yoke Echo Sierra 10. Departure runway 05 right. Initial climb 3000 in at file. Squawk 6551. Cleared to Enrico Anda, via Desi 1 Zulu. Departure, runway 05 right, initial climb 3000, then as filed, squawk 6551, Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima. Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima, readback correct, when ready, contact Manchester ground 121.7. When ready, contact Contact Manchester ground 121.7, Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima. Manchester ground, Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima. Parking 51. Request pushback and start up. Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima. Pushback and start up approved. Pushback and start up approved. Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima. Manchester ground, Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima. Request taxi. Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima. Taxi to holding point. Runway 05 right. 5 Golf Juliet Kilo. Foxtrot. Foxtrot Zulu. Victor. Victor Delta. 23 Lima. Whiskey Yankee. Hold short of runway 23 right. 05 left. Taxi to holding point. Runway 05 right. Golf Juliet Kilo. Foxtrot. Foxtrot Zulu. Victor. Victor Delta. 23 Lima. Whiskey Yankee. Hold short of runway 23 right. 05 left. Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima. Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima. Hold position. Hold position. Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima.
Oh, we've actually got an aircraft taxiing. Isn't that nice? What would also be nice is if they fix this elevation here. This elevation change in the airport. But yeah. Oh wait, was that aircraft taxiing? Just gonna slow this right down again here because I don't want it to break. Oh, and that's the Ryanair. We've got a few aircraft moving. It's pretty cool. Wonder if they'll actually do anything now. That's the thing. And we will turn off our taxi light as before we turn in here. Wonder would GSX work? We wouldn't be so fortunate now for that to happen, would we? No. No dice. Next time, maybe. We're heading to Paris.
Shamrock 2 Charlie Juliet. Hold position.
Hold position. Shamrock 2 Charlie Juliet.
Now, seeing as we don't have a marshaller, let's just go another tiny little bit.
Manchester ground, Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima, in 32, requesting
There we go.
and start up.
Okay, we've got parking brake on. We've got the APUs ready, so APU on the bus. 2 blues, 1 red, and engine's dead. Very nice. And we'll just wait here for less than 20%. 25% N1 or N2.
Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima, contact Manchester Tower 118.62. Contact Manchester Tower.
There we go, so beacon.
118.62. Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima.
Anti-collision lights can come off. Wheel well lights on.
Eurowings 52 prepare. Contact Manchester
ISO
Tower
valve to open. APU bleeds are on.
Contact Manchester Tower 118.62. Eurowings 52 Papa.
And we can request everything basically. Let's get things out here. Set the wheel chocks. Request the ground power. Let's request the stairs. Let's request the bus. So our shutdown checklist, fuel control levers are off, anti-collision lights are off, with transponders on standby. 200 set. Fuel pumps can come off. We've got ground power available. Ground power on. Fuel pumps can come off. Everything else can be left as is for the transit checklist, because I'll redo this when we get to the next flight to Paris Beauvais. But all this looks good.
Manchester ground, Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima, runway vacated with
And actually I'll just turn off the electrical hydraulic pumps as well for outside, because I'll head out there now and it's just very loud usually with them on.
Runway 23 left, 05 right. Continue taxi. Yeah, Foxtrot Zulu. Hold short of.
Okay, it looks like we might actually have a takeoff here.
05 right. Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima.
Where's Eurowings? Got an Aer Lingus. Got a Eurowings on the move.
Manchester ground, Eurowings 5Q Papa, runway vacated with Bravo Zeus. Eurowings 52 Papa, continue taxi, 5 Bravo Zulu, hold short of runway 23 left, 05 right. Continue taxi, 5 Bravo Zeus, hold short of runway 23 left, 05 right, Eurowings 5Q Papa.
I can never remember how to move around with this. Is it? And then how do you go up? I'm just going very basic on the drone. Can I use the numpad? Oh, there we go. Whoa. Okay, so that's recenter. Okay. Let's head over here and actually see if they take off, because that's kind of cool. This hasn't really happened before, and I don't know if there was any updates. Like, there's nothing really coming into land, is there? And before all the updates were
Contact Manchester Tower 118.62.
Contact Manchester Tower 118.62. Shamrock.
That's quite a nice model as well. Shamrock requesting permission to cross the taxiway. Oh, they're taking off in the wrong direction, I think, though, are they? Well, this video will be a little bit longer so than usual, because we're just looking at what's going on here. Okay, has he got clearance to
Contact Manchester Tower 118.62.
cross the runway?
Contact Manchester Tower 118.62. Blowing 5Q Papa.
If I was landing on runway 23 right, should they not be landing on or taking off on runway 23 left?
Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima. Contact Manchester Tower 118.62. Contact Manchester Tower 118.62. Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima.
Okay, so Eurowings, what's it telling it to do? That is fast.
Manchester ground. Shamrock to Charlie Juliet. Runway vacated with Bravo Zulu.
Shamrock to Charlie Juliet. Continue taxi. 5 Bravo Zulu. Hold short of runway 23 left. 05 right.
Continue taxi. 5 Bravo Zulu. Hold short of runway 23 left. 05 right. Shamrock to Charlie Juliet.
You're going to do an intersection takeoff, because that would be pretty cool. Okay, we're getting an IFR clearance.
Ryanair 17 Quebec
Nice reflections in the window there. Surely not, that's too short.
Departure runway 05 left, initial climb 3000, then at file, squawk 6564. Contact
Well, at least the aircraft aren't disappearing like they used to be.
Ryanair 17 Quebec Lima.
But it would be nice, to be honest, if they actually use the correct winds and stuff.
05 left, initial climb 3000, then at file.
Those flight plans.
6564, Tamex QQ.
Maybe the windows have changed, or the winds have changed, I don't know.
Wind ready, contact Manchester ground 121.7.
List 2 Sierra departure, yeah, that sounds... List 2 Sierra departure. Is that,
Tamex QQ gate 54, request pushback and startup. Tanex 22 Golf, pushback and startup approved. Pushback and startup approved.
List 2 Sierra departure.
Manchester ground, Tamex QQ Golf,
Yeah,
request taxi.
looks like it.
Tanex 22 Golf, taxi to holding point, runway 05 left, 5 Juliet, Kilo, Bravo,
So
Alpha.
takeoff from runway
Taxi to holding point, runway
23.
05 left, 5 Kilo, Bravo, Alpha. Tamex QQ Golf.
Oh, they've disappeared. There you go.
Sam up to Charlie Juliet, contact
Like, it's just
Manchester Tower,
disappeared, that's very annoying.
118.62.
Contact Manchester Tower 118.62.
That's a shame. Needs to get worked out, but anyway, let's go. Actually, I think that's probably it. Yeah. So, like I was saying, that was pretty good. Actually, happy with that. Let's just look at our landing report there. I was pretty happy with it. I mean, like, look, it's not going to be perfect all the time, but you'll take the good ones. SimToolkit is saying, yeah, in just slightly long at the threshold, 141 feet per minute. Take that. Cool. Alright, so guys, thanks for tuning into this video again. Look, if you are watching these videos regularly, or if you're a new timer to the videos, welcome to the channel, and thanks for coming back. The likes do actually, I do appreciate the likes and the comments. Look, this is just something I'm doing kind of, you know, on the side, because I'll be doing the flights anyway, so it's just something I like to do. And it's kind of cool to look back on the flights and learn from what you've been doing wrong. So yeah, if you leave a like and subscribe to the channel, we'll be doing more things like this, and eventually, you know, like I was saying, moving on to you know, new aircraft and software, and eventually VATSIM and all that type of stuff. So yeah, be great to have you along. Alright, until next time, I'll catch you in the next video.